Sarah, glad you had an epic Sunday afternoon with your new llama friends and near Winston-Salem and wine at the same time.
Divine Llama Vineyards.
With that, though, I want to give some love, though, to Bryan right now, who held it down as the dad on Friday and Saturday.
You did great.
Also, kudos to Bryan because he took care of the 3.5-year-old and the 1.5-year-old because you wanted your wife to have a great birthday weekend with your friends.
Well, her three of her best friends traveled 600 miles from Indianapolis to spend the weekend, so they needed all of their time, especially, as a parent, what do you want for your birthday? You just
me time.
Want me time. Time to not think about any of that stuff.
Well, anybody else. Think about yourself for a change.
Yeah.
Then came the decision that Bryan made on Saturday. Bryan, by himself, took a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old to
Dave and Buster's.
How did it go?
I read that whenever you sent us, because we, sometimes write about what we do on our weekends. I was like, why on earth would you take two insanely small children to Dave & Buster's by yourself?
It was good.
Was it?
It was a lot.
Oh.
It was a lot.
Well, Bryan, if you listen to the show, his brain is always, it's going to be fine. Everything's fine. Was it fine? And are you okay?
It was fine.
Bryan, are you okay today after going to Dave & Buster's by yourself with two kids?
I'm still kind of coming down from the experience.
But what was that like? Because that's full tilt. Kate's doing her thing with the friends. It's just you with a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old at Dave & Buster's.
Overstimulation Central.
What was that like for you?
Well, the thought hit me Saturday morning. Like, what are we going to do? We have to kill all of this time before naps at 1 o'clock. So at 9:30 after my cup of coffee, Dave & Buster's hit my brain, and there was no turning back. That was the plan. That was it.
What do you think Kate would have said had you mentioned that to her? Would she have been down for it?
If I would have said, Kate, come along with?
Yeah.
She would have been down.
Okay.
Absolutely. But doing it by myself, I thought, this is going to be a lot to deal with.
But I got this.
You know what?
Dave
& Buster's, they have beer. We're going to be okay. And the moment they walked in, to see my 3-year-old Edie's face light up when she saw all the games, that was the moment. That was the, I'm so glad we did this. And then it was downhill from there. And then it was Edie wanting to play all of the different games, and I'm holding Marty.
You're trying to keep up with her, but then you got Marty you're taking care of.
Right. So we got to go get the card. We get the little charge card. Ooh, she gets it. She's so excited because she feels like such an adult. And then, phew, she was gone. And I'm holding my 35-pound elephant child, Marty. My back is just screaming. We haven't even started yet. So then I'm chasing her kind of around Dave & Buster's, and she was having the most fun, too.
Well, everywhere she goes, she has the most fun. She's 3.
And so that was the joy. It was just joy. Every time she'd go up to a game and play it, and it was a new light and a new sound, joy. But the back pain, the stress, that was also there. Because then one has to go to the bathroom, so everybody's going.
Yep.
And then we go and we're eating lunch, and Dad's got to go to the bathroom.
So everybody's going.
And thank you to the table of 8 that was sitting next to us, because they watched all of our stuff.
Oh, that's
nice. All 3 of us went to the bathroom and came back. And then it was, I'll tell you, the part that was the most overstimulating. When you play games, you get tickets. When you have tickets, you go to the store to use those tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have enough tickets to get what Edie wanted, though?
Oh, hell no. But that didn't stop Edie from wanting one thing in the store that was 700 tickets over how many tickets we had. So then I felt like you remember in Willy Wonka, that dad?
700 more tickets?
Just 700 more.
Oh, my goodness.
And so that dad from Willy Wonka? There's that moment of, okay, Wonka, how much for the golden goose? And he pulls out his checkbook.
Right.
And he's just willing to get anything.
You became that dad.
I became that dad. And I felt so scudsy about it. I'm pulling out my credit card. But I said, how much for the ice cream cone pen? And she said, well, that's going to be $8 more.
Oh, done.
Take it. I would have paid $80. Just take it.
I tried to pull the same move at the state fair, Bryan, and the guy working the water gun machine was taking his job way too seriously. even though he saw Sophia crying in that moment. This is like midday meltdown time was going on. And I'm like, how much? I thought it'd be like
come on.
He said $25.
Dude, yes.
And I'm like, no, I'm not paying $25 for that. Either way, you got to do what you got to do as a dad.
Got to do what you got to do. And I was rewarded for my act of generosity to my child.
How?
She got her ice cream cone pen. She was so excited. We walk out to the car. I fit elephant-sized Marty into his car seat, turn around, and Edie's drawn all over my car.
Oh, good times.
Boy, you only learn lessons in one direction, and that's the hard way.
My big question is, did you get lost attempting to get out of David Buster's like you did the State Fair a couple weeks ago?
I did. You know what's funny? I left the store. I totally took the wrong turn toward the bathroom, further into David Buster's.
I had no idea this was the answer.
The wrong way until finally I got my way out.
Hilarious.
Can we get the security video from Dave & Buster's just to see Bryan just being Bryan?
9 out of 10 times when I leave a store from the mall, I turn the wrong direction.
Wrong way every single time.
You
I
poor
love you, Bryan.
thing.
All right.
Oh, man.